What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the M2. I know a lot of you guys don't like this car, but this car's not going anywhere because I love it. It's an awesome car, man. It really is. But today we're going to be doing something I've been meaning to do for a while since I got the car. So I'm curious to know, what do you guys think about this wing? And I'll go ahead and post probably some better clips or pictures. Not sure what I'll post yet, but let me know what you think about the wing. Because I kind of got mixed feelings on it, just like majority of people do. I'm not really much of a wing guy. Notice the Evo wing's a little bit different because it kind of came with the car. This is an OEM. Well, it's an OEM plus option. As you can tell, it's an M Performance wing. And it's a really nice wing overall. And it came with the car. I want to say these things are like $3,000, which I would never spend that for this, but came with the car, so it's a nice little touch. But I kind of want to go wingless. I don't know. I got mixed feelings on it, honestly. Sometimes the wing looks good, sometimes it doesn't. So let me know what you think in the comments. But today we're going to be removing the wing as well as some other things to the rear of the car. So we're pretty much going to refresh this thing. We recently did the active auto work exhaust, and I'm loving the way this looks now that we got rid of the quote-unquote diaper of the exhaust that the stock one is. But basically we're going to be replacing the trunk and removing the wing and then doing some other things. So I'll go ahead and take you inside and show you what we got in store. All right, here we are. And as you can tell, we got a whole new trunk with no holes or anything. This was freshly repainted with the front bumper that got repainted and fixed a while back when I did the front end refresh on this. And we got a few other things. We got this nice carbon duckbill. I'll go ahead and hold off on where I got it from till after I got it on the car, see if the fitment is good. And then we got a couple other things. This isn't necessarily the rear, but these are the little mud guards. They're like little splash guards. I meant to install them last time, but I didn't get a chance to. So those are them. And then I got these from I&D. These are basically the reflector inserts, and they basically replace the red reflectors on the rear. And then got an OEM M2 competition badge. And these things are expensive, man. This is like $70 for and this was like another, I want to say these were like $120 or something like that. These were like right around the same. I want to say 150 or so. And I'll hold off on this one. And then obviously a whole new trunk. All 2 series trunks should be interchangeable. That's what I've been told. Guess we'll find out today. But overall, this should be pretty simple. I'm waiting on a friend to get here so he can help me kind of hold it because I don't want to break anything or chip any paint or anything like that. So it's probably best to do it with 2 people. But yeah, we're gonna get started on this, and hopefully it goes well. Stay tuned. All right, guys, quick recap. It hasn't been too difficult, but the biggest things were obviously these connectors. I'm not really gonna share how we did it because we don't feel like it's the right way to do it, but just take a look at it and finesse it and find whatever works for you. I wasn't able to find anything online, but these things just need to be pretty much finessed, and they'll come out for all of them. And here's everything. Got the camera. This is the biggest thing I was worried about. So I ended up, I do have a T, so you're gonna need a T30 for this. But these are bigger, and I don't want to stick my T30 in there and then strip it. So it's either 35 or a 40. So we're gonna go and see what we can find. Everything else is pretty easy. I mean, pretty cut and dry. It's pretty badass how they put this is for the wings. These are supports for the wing. So I didn't even know it had that because it was covered by this panel right over here. But yeah, pretty cool. I didn't even know they sold this because this isn't technically the trunk. They actually make an M Performance carbon trunk, which is pretty badass, but that's for this wing. So I didn't even know they sold this piece for that. So you learn something new every day. But we're gonna head out and grab some tools. All right, guys, welcome back. Got the trunk on there, and it looks so weird without it. Check this out. It looks good, man. Honestly, I feel like it suits the car better. It looks good. Like it just, and we got the little winglet to put on there, the little duckbill. But I'm holding off on that, unfortunately, because we found a little run of clear right over here. I don't know, yeah, you should be able to see it right there. But it looks good. It looks, as crazy as it sounds, it looks more aggressive without the wing. I think it's the wheels. I don't know what it is, but it looks meaner. It's crazy. But I like it a lot. I like it a lot better than the wing. The wing just wasn't for me. And the exhaust too cleans it up really well. And it's probably the best part. It's like the exhaust almost like complements the wingless look.
The next day.
All right, here we are, guys. This was a bigger pain than I anticipated. It wasn't so much getting to them, because as you can see, I'll see if I can draw this. You can see those holes right over there. They're not that difficult to get, but to get them out, because you're limited on space, and I didn't really want to start tugging on this bumper just because I don't want to crack the paint or anything like that. So what I ended up doing is actually removing this lower piece right over here, and I got the bottom two from, well, the middle and the bottom one from the bottom, and the top one I just kind of had to force out. But here we are. This is actually pretty nice. They even label them the same way, so you know you're putting it on the right side and everything. So we'll go ahead and pop it in and see how it goes. So installing it is pretty easy. It's just taking it off that's not. There we go. It's always a nice sound. And there we are. So we got one side done, and this is how it looks. So that's this side. Keep in mind, obviously the bumper's not all the way on. And then versus the red. It's my first time actually taking a look at it. It looks interesting. Definitely gonna have to get used to it. It doesn't look bad, it just looks different. A little more aggressive for sure. So once again, there's that side, and then there's this side. So I think this was the move. More aggressive for sure. Once I add the other pieces, it'll look a lot better. All right, guys, ready to install the first one, and they recommend that you put some double-sided sticky tape on there for rattling and all that stuff, so it doesn't vibrate and move. So they do provide you with these screws, so we're gonna utilize them. And it's as simple as this, man. You just honestly just slide them in and put these things on, and it's thin enough to where it can flex. So we'll see how it looks. All right, here we are, and this is what it looks like. Kind of cool looking. And this is what it looks like from the outside, nothing crazy. I'm glad that these aren't over the top, because I'm not really into mud guards or mud flaps. So these are just a little bit of an accent. So can't even honestly notice it there. So it should complement the car pretty well with all the other carbon stuff. I think overall, I mean, if these were like just a black plastic, I think it'd be a more suitable option for most people, but it's not too over the top. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good touch. It's actually something that's serves a purpose, unlike a lot of these things that we add to the cars, like these little winglets and stuff in the front lip for the most part. So it's good to have something that's actual functional. But yeah, overall, not too bad. All right, guys, we're pretty much done for today. And here's a final look how these things look. It looks pretty good. They do stick out a little bit more than I anticipated. I'm not sure how well you guys will be able to see. Probably a better angle from this side, but they do stick out a little bit more than I anticipated. But on the flip side, they do look better than I anticipated, because I guess if you don't have carbon accents on your car, this wouldn't look very good. But since we got pretty much carbon everything, they end up just being one more accent to the car. So we got that. And then obviously these are the rears. All right, as you can tell, this is a little too aggressive for me. I don't feel like it suits the car very well. I think it's too just too aggressive overall. That's really what I don't like about it. It just doesn't sit right. It almost looks like the car is wearing like a hat or something, like a backwards hat. But I wasn't really feeling it, so I went ahead and took a different route.
Several days later.
All right, guys, welcome back. And the M2 is finally done. The rear end, at least most of it. Let me know what you guys think. I think it looks great. I think this looks badass. And this angle right here, I think it looks more aggressive than the wing. And I'm really digging it. I think it looks great, honestly. Here's a side angle right there. It looks really good, man. It looks really good. I like the way it looks. And then the additions of the reflectors. These little carbon things, I've had them on for a little while now, and they do work. I don't mind too much. I'm not the biggest fan of the way that these look, as I stated in previous footage. But overall, man, the car looks great. I think it looks really good. So I've been holding off on letting you guys know what brand this is or where I got it from, mainly because I would have gotten some pushback if I would have told you off the bat. But believe it or not, this is from eBay. So say what you will, I'm not really the kind of guy to cut corners when it comes to performance stuff. But honestly, I've talked to some people, and anytime you see, so this is a PSM style spoiler. Anytime you see anything style that's not actually made by the manufacturer like PSM, they all come from the same place. It's all made in China, and the carbon is really good quality. So I will say, from previous experiences with cheap carbon, the clear coat that they put on there is not the best. So it's nice to, if you're gonna have the car outside, put a nice layer of wax or ceramic coat it, and that should preserve the clear coat. But overall, man, this is good stuff. This is a little flimsy compared to the other one. So I suggest, basically what I ended up doing was I used some tape to hold it down first. And then I went ahead and peeled the 3M tape as it was already kind of molded. I measured this like 3 times, and this badge was like a pain in the ass, man. Seriously, like there's no real like. What I basically did is I used the other trunk and I kind of measured that, and then I went about like kind of seeing any if I had any kind of like landmarks or anything I can use to kind of gauge where it's supposed to be. But it's pretty good. I can't tell. It looks straight to me. I haven't noticed any issues, so I'm glad I took my time with it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. I'll go ahead and post the link in the description where I got this from, as well as the other one. But like I was stating, eBay is not the worst. I don't cut corners when it comes to performance stuff. The exhaust is you know, it's quality stuff. And if you follow the Evo build, you know I definitely don't cut corners. But with little things like that, I don't really care. And a couple of reputable guys actually gave me the links to check this stuff out. I don't think I would do a cheap front lip, just because that's a little bit different. It goes up front and it takes a little bit more abuse. So I definitely don't cut corners. This is at Turner Motorsports. I'll link the video for that. But yeah, guys, M2's looking good. The last little bit that I think I'm gonna do for the rear is I'm thinking about doing the carbon extensions, and unfortunately PSM is the only one that makes them, and I haven't been able to find like a replica or anything, because I don't want to spend $600 on 2 pieces of carbon. But I might have to take that route, or maybe I'll get a more aggressive diffuser. So yeah, it's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.